So this is a pre-Tomahawk mid-season GNCC pre-snowshoe update. I've been asked by a couple of people to do an update on some stuff, and I've been getting really good feedback on the channel. I've actually had people come up to me and say nice things to me at a couple of races, so thank you. It really does mean a lot to me because this season has been a disaster. You know, it's tough to go into a race and then every time know you're going to either come in last or second to last. I want to make it abundantly clear, at no point did I ever say I was a good rider. I'm learning. I'm doing the best I can. Luckily enough, I have a good enough support system and I'm financially stable enough in order to do what I'm doing. ATV racing is not that expensive versus some of my other past hobbies, so it's a godsend. But I just have had some really tough luck this year. So here's what's going on. So I bought this bike a couple of weeks ago from another rider. It's a prior Team UXC bike, a pro rider's bike. I don't think the pro rider wants me to mention his name because he didn't seem that interested in talking about what was done to the bike. So, but I've learned a lot from this bike. This bike is a 2014. That one's a 2016, and the 14s have a different transmission in them, a lower gear ratio or lower ratio rather transmission in it. So when you're riding on this one, the ass end tends to like want to come around easier. It's a little bit sketchier on hills, but it's better for XC racing. It's a lot better. And this bike on stock shocks didn't beat me up half as bad as some of the other shocks I've had in the past. So this bike was set up really well. The clutching is done really well. It has that cool seat that's done. I've started to kind of like make it mine, as you can see by the stickers, and because I don't like blue, I just doesn't work with me. But some of you asked where's my, because I rode this bike at John Penton, and people have asked, well, where's the video from John Penton? So the video from John Penton is, I think, gone, and I'll tell you why. When I was riding at Penton, I had hit, I don't know what I hit, but I wasn't using these tires. I was using those tires right there. But I hit something, and when either I came down and landed or whatever happened, but my head hit right here, and I think it concussed me. I'm not 100% sure, but I didn't really feel good after that. But it broke the GoPro. I hit hard enough where it broke the GoPro. And then my ribs, my steering wheel went that way, and then my ribs went into this thing. And I wear a chest protector, but the way it went in, like, because I'm a big dude, aka fat, and it, like, my ribs like hit right here, and I haven't been the same since. So you can actually hear it in you can hear it in my voice, and every time I cough, I want to kill myself. But so I got this bike, dirt decals, hooked me up with the sticker package. It's very nice, very well done. Sorry, I spent the last 2 weeks working on these bikes, so my garage is a mess. It's kind of always a mess, but the attention to detail he did on this bike, as far as the sticker kit, is second to none. And again, I'll put the link to his website in there. And I said to him, I said, look, I want something that's just like the other bike, but that can kind of flow with the blue. And I think he did a great job. I still need to paint the bumper orange and a couple other things because, you know, if you're going to come in last, you might as well look good, right? So, but anyway, the 14s have a lower ratio transmission. It's got some clutching. It's set up better than mine. It's faster than mine. It has a race ECU in it. it came with the 12-inch wheels, which are definitely lighter than these Kaisers. So I don't know if that has to do with it being faster or whatever. Had a couple issues I needed to work out, but in the end, it's working okay now. As far as this thing's concerned, I had like a everything I've done to this bike video that I was editing, and unfortunately, like an idiot, instead of saving it to my desktop on my computer, it was on the SD card, and when the GoPro got destroyed, a lot of shit on the SD card got corrupted because the GoPro, when a GoPro gets destroyed, the file in the GoPro gets like kind of like left open, and it throws the SD card into a loop, and your computer won't recognize it. And I tried, Forensic Toolkit, I've tried Viking, I've tried a couple other forensic exploitation, computer forensic systems or software, and none of it's worked. Everything from the free stuff to the expensive stuff. But anyway, so I'm going to go over real fast what's going to be done to this one. I stopped using the Dirt Commanders on the fronts. And when the new tires for these come, for the 12s come, it's going to be I switched to the Kenda Bear Claw. This one's an Evo, but I'm getting I think it's called a HTR for the front. I don't care what anybody, look, I get my balls broken like in a nice way by my friends that I race with about my view on things, and I know I'm right and they're wrong. They might be faster than me, but these Dirt Commanders on the Polaris on the front suck. Point blank, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. They suck. As you can see, they're great on the rear. They do a great job on the rear, but for the Polaris, you need a directional tire. Point blank, end of story. Now, it might be because of my weight, in a way my bike pushes, but and a Renegade, I can tell you from as if anybody saw my last race video at X Factor, the Renegade handles completely different than the Polaris. And I went away from the Dirt Commanders on the front. I'm not knocking Dirt Commanders or anything like that. They've been great to me. The tires have been great to me. But I went to the Kenda, the Bear Claws. These Evos, this Evo tire works phenomenal. I mean, it bites like super hard, and props to Kenda. So I got the 12-inch wheels on here now. I got the Checo the frame brace here, and it makes a difference. It's a little bit heavier duty than the other one, but the stock one, but it's totally worth it because my stuff was cracking. It's really easy to do. I mean, it's retard proof. There's like 4 bolts. You put it on, take it off. I went to the RJWC exhaust on the back because I keep getting passed by guys with, like Ben passes me in his Grizzly. I'm just basically getting embarrassed out there in the straight lines. All the Renegades are blown by me. Not like it matters but I need every little bit I can get at this point. So I did the RJWC with the, what's this puppy called right here? And then I got their programmer. Is that the program? Anyway, I put a programmer on there. I'm sorry. But night and day difference. It fattened the bike up. The exhaust is loud. So keep that in mind when you are going to possibly pick one of these up. Props to Brian Birdsong for taking care of a veteran. It's especially loud compared to this one, this Muzzy. So that's on there. I'm going to do a video about the equipment I use and how I set up my GoPro because people asked me to do that. But otherwise, you know, I've had a lot of bad luck this year. I'm still doing the best I can. I had to actually go get another bike because it's impossible. Well, it's not impossible, but I'm trying to do all this by myself. I don't have a support crew, you know. I work 8 to 16 hours a day, just like every other working man in the United States, you know. And it's tough to try and get knockout work on these. You know, plus I'm a full-time student. You know, I got a kid, I got a life. So you know, if I had a pit guy, you know, or you know, a mechanic to help me, it'd be easier. And I'm not complaining in any way. Oh, speaking of which, so I've had a couple people say that I complain. So I'm not trying to make my videos sound like I'm complaining. My videos are here to help other people. If something happens to me, you know, oh well, I suck it up, drive on. I keep going to the next races. If I was complaining, I'd be bitching to GNCC. Or my explanations are not me complaining. I'm putting that out there to help everyone out. If no one likes it, then just tell me and I'll stop doing it. But it's there to help the community. It's there to, like, you know, help people come into GNCC and quad racing and see that, like, you know, hey, shit happens, you know. But I think that's it. I think that's all the stuff that I've kind of done. I replaced the radiator. That I had a whole video dedicated to replacing the radiator, and that went the way of the dodo when the GoPro went. But basically, what happened with the radiator from what was that, South Carolina race? It came off of its axis. It came off of right there, and it's crazy. Yeah. So that got fixed. I'm still trying to work out the suspension on this bike. Get it tuned into my liking, but you know, so far it's coming along good. It's like having a kid. You know, you kind of try and, you know, learn from it and teach it what you want it to do. Yeah. So anyway, I got the two bikes. I've gotten a small amount of hate from people who don't race, who think that I don't deserve to be out there racing, like as if they should be racing instead of me. In fact, my local series, there's a bunch of people who dislike me because of they think I have some sort of advantage with having what they consider money. And trust me, I'm not a rich guy by any means. Oh, my toy hauler. So I've had my toy hauler now a couple months, and the Jayco 222, that thing's running great. So if you're looking to get again, sorry, I'm a little under the weather, plus my ribs are killing me. So if you're looking for a toy hauler, a small toy hauler that's 25 foot, and an F-150 can tow it, or, you know, your entry-level truck can tow it. I think even a Colorado, if you got the balls big enough to do it, will tow it too. So that's working out good too. But I'm still doing my best, and I appreciate everybody who's supporting me. And if you have any questions, leave a comment, and you know, I'm doing my best. So thanks everybody who's been supportive. It really does mean a lot. And if you you know, like and subscribe the video, that'd help me out too. I'm trying to build the channel up a little bit. I'm not trying to make money or anything like that. I'm just mostly trying to get more people to race quads. But if you have a question about something, or you're you know, don't be afraid to ask, because the only way there's no stupid questions with this stuff. Trust me, I ask a ton. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing good, and you know, stay safe if you go out there riding, and hopefully I'll see you at one of these races. Have a good day, guys. I appreciate it. Bye.